Okay, the number of times I have heard variations of the sentence, oh my God, I could never do that. Or, whoa, I would suck so bad at that. Or, me with my handwriting, I could never do calligraphy. My handwriting's so bad. Hey, I'm Becca with the Happy Ever Crafter, and I've been teaching calligraphy for almost 9 years now. And every time someone says something like that to me, I just want to be like, okay, give me 5 minutes and I can show you why that's not true. So I thought that's what I'm going to do today in this YouTube video, and then I'll be able to just send people this video when they say stuff like that to me. Okay, so here's what someone with no calligraphy experience assumes about calligraphy. And I know this because I did the exact same thing once upon a time when I knew nothing about calligraphy. They're like, okay, so calligraphy is just cursive writing, but you use like a fancy pen. I could do that. So they get a brush pen, they try, they get frustrated, and then they come back to me being like, oh my God, Becca, I got that fancy pen you recommended, but my writing still looks nothing like yours. I totally suck at this. It must be just me. I'm not creative. I have bad handwriting. I can't do calligraphy. So I say to them, well, there are a lot of reasons for that. First of all, that fancy pen you're using needs to be held a certain way. It's different than a normal pen, so it has a flexible tip. And you want to hold it perpendicular to your page, not parallel. So if you had your pen like this, hold it this way. And you also want it at about a 45-degree angle to the page. Then you need to understand that in calligraphy, the upstrokes are thin and the downstrokes are thick. So anywhere you're moving your pen in an upwards direction, you press lightly, and anywhere you're moving your pen in a downwards direction, you press harder. This goes for everywhere in that word you just wrote. Let's say you wrote the word brush. Here you're moving up, here you're moving down, here you're moving up, here you're moving down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, so on and so forth. So press lightly on the up and hard on the down. So with that instruction, they try again, and they come back to me being like, okay, it looks better, but it still looks totally off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I totally suck at this. To which I say, yeah, that's because calligraphy actually isn't cursive writing. Right now, you're just adding pressures to cursive, but that's not how it works. Calligraphy is built up of these little pieces called basic strokes. It's not just one fluid motion like cursive. You actually lift your pen in between each stroke and draw it in fragments. These are the basic strokes. You have an upstroke, a downstroke, an overturn stroke, underturn stroke, compound curve, oval, ascending loop, and descending loop. Once you learn those, you piece them together to make letters, like this. Let's say I take my upstroke, then I take my oval, and then I take my underturn. Now I have the letter A. The whole alphabet is built up of strokes like this, just the little pieces you put together. So here's what your word looked like when you were just writing in cursive and adding pressures with a brush pen. But here's what it would look like if you did it in calligraphy with the basic strokes. It looks totally different with just that minor change, and it's super easy to learn. So when you say to me, I could never do that, or my handwriting sucks, that's why I don't believe you. It has absolutely nothing to do with your handwriting or your cursive skills. Anyone can learn these pieces and learn how to put them together into a calligraphy alphabet, which is exactly what I teach in my free 90-minute crash course. In it, I teach you exactly what tools you need, no fluff, how to properly hold and use them and avoid all the mistakes that beginners make with that, how to do all the basic strokes we just talked about and all the little picky things about each one so that you can perfect them, how to create your calligraphy alphabet out of those, the best way to continue effectively practicing, and so much more. It's completely free. So if I've convinced you that you could do it and you want to try, I hope to see you in the free course. You can find everything you need at showmeyourdrills.com.